So, part 5 of my journey of becoming an artist. So, um, um, trauma is introduced to my life again, and working on my own therapy methods through God and through God's hands, with being able to navigate the deep waters of trauma. You know, with that PT, and so it's like, okay, here we go. What are we doing, God? What are we doing? And God starts showing me this place of this solitude. This place of this deep solitude, and depths of prayer, requiring depths and depths of prayer. And it's like, the enjoyment of what I learned is now going to take me into the art phase. And art becomes a part of my therapy with God. It really does. It becomes this part of my life that's therapeutic for my PTSD, okay, with that trauma in my life, because that's how trauma introduced PTSD, and then trauma gets introduced again into my life. So the therapy, and working through that on yet even a deeper level, and the prayers on the connection to God become even on a deeper level. And now it takes me to a place of putting, being able to paint, and to be able to put that onto canvas, that expression of what I had been shown and what I had been felt, and the spirit of energy and life, into putting it into my hands and putting it on canvas, and being able to express it that way. And so that's what happened. And so then all of a sudden I'm painting, and I'm learning how to paint with the spirit of energy of life, of trying to, with this expression of just spirit of energy of life. The same way this other trauma, when I had that, was being able to see, experience, and sense that spirit of energy, hear that, all the senses with that spirit of energy, now was being brought into how to paint with that spirit of energy in life presence. So I begin to do that. I begin to learn how to paint, and it's a very, very, how do I want to say this, deep sense of prayer, as well as a very deep sense of learning how to express that spirit of life on that canvas, and the whole techniques on how to express that as well, and the different colors, and the defining meanings behind the different colors, and then how to take some of those experiences of the spirit of life in the water and in the trees and what I had seen, and putting that onto canvas. And then it's going to take it a level that's even deeper, and say, okay, now put it into these great moments of solitude. You have learned to really kind of, through your therapy, you've learned a lot about your own organs. You've learned about how to connect the feeling of those kind of organs, like, how does the heart feel? How does the heartbeat feel? How does the organs feel? How does the spirit of life within your own being feel? And then how do you express that onto canvas? And that's all God's work. And those are just great moments of solitude with not another person. And so I believe that some of those great moments of solitude are the testament there could only be one answer, which is a greater power than human being. And so in some ways I feel an instrument to the testament of God. Then that's what I believe, because that's what I've been shown. So and to some of you it may just be greater power than being, but moments in solitude, of learning how to paint and how to actually connect that within my physical being, of my own being, of existence, of who I am, with a physical being. And so I learned a lot about my brain. I learned a lot about my mind. I learned a lot about my own wellness. I learned a lot about my own heart, my own veins, my own, internal organs. And then I took that and I began expressing that on the canvas. And then it led me into actually expressing that in a way that would be this harmonic flow almost into the canvas, and into the gentleness of that would actually come into the spirit of energy of my hands that would then be onto the canvas. And then it takes me to get to know my brain intimately, and to be able to express that in a way of imagination, and which is wonderful and very unique in itself, and then express itself in a way of reality, of the real life, of yeah, right. So in some of my paintings, you could see you could see the both of that. Some of the descriptions will be described as that, in the imaginary sense, and almost unlocking, some of that inner child in there, and this beautiful, beautiful place in the mind, just a beautiful place in the brain and the mind. And then this beautiful place of experiences through the different places in this world, and putting that in canvas and bringing the spirit of energy into life onto that canvas. And it's been an amazing journey. So this is part 5 into that journey, of becoming an artist. I hope you enjoy learning more about my journey in becoming an artist. And I have to give thanks, the gratitude, appreciation, and compassion to God. That's where it really is. So God has been my everything, and that's the way it is. So, and that's what I attribute my art back to.